two massive games to come, which are obviously ultimately going to decide what this championship looks like from an Irish perspective. But you must be really satisfied with how things have gone for those opening 3 rounds.
Yeah, no, it's been a brilliant start. To get 3 bonus point wins, a win against France away, a good win against Italy where we kept them to 0, and then another bonus point win against Wales at home is really pleasing. But we probably have two of the biggest challenges coming up going away to Twickenham. We probably came into a bit of trouble there when we shouldn't have last year or 2 years ago, and then Scotland, who have been in flying form, and you don't know what to expect of them. They probably want to beat us more than any other team. We've probably beaten them over the last few years when they thought they've had a chance, so they'll be hungry as well.
You measure your career in different milestones and landmarks. What is it like to play at Twickenham?
That was a big one. I remember that one well. The set piece probably malfunctioned a little bit at scrum time, and it allowed them to get back into the game. The crowd gets on top of you, and you can sort of get lost a little bit. So glad to have that experience of Twickenham and what it's like, but I don't think we should be fearing it. It's a special occasion. A lot of Irish should be there as well, so looking forward to walking into the stadium. In advance
of weeks like that, or first experiences like that, do you talk to other players about what is it like to play here, or what is it like to play in, they are iconic venues, and they're venues that we've all looked at on television growing up as kids?
Yeah, definitely. The more experienced lads in the group would always chirp up during the week if there's a boy's first time playing, or whether it be Stade de France, Twickenham, Millennium. They're big, sort of imposing atmospheres and stadiums, but I think the main thing for me is just learning to enjoy it. They're huge days for me, huge days for my family. They'll always travel over to games, and we always get a lot of Irish support, and it's trying to tune into them rather than the opposition.
What's going through your head in the tunnel then in advance of a game like this? Like, are you by nature someone who gets nervous in advance of these games, or are you at the point now where it's another 80 minutes of rugby like it was when you were picking up a rugby ball as a young fella? I'm at the point now through experience where it's another 80 minutes, and I'm process driven. Probably takes a while to get used to that. You're coming out of Eden Park, Twickenham, these sort of big stadiums, and you're a bit nervous, but I play my best rugby when I'm calm, and I think the team does too, so I'll be trying to stay as chilled as possible. Are you a creature of habit? Like, is there certain things that have to happen on match day that it's a gear you click into? No, I kind of just let things happen. I'd be quite laid back in that way. If things go wrong during the warm-up or things go wrong during the week, it doesn't really faze me anymore. I think you can always turn it around for game day, but our prep is something that we trust in, and it's always been we have a great process here in how we do it, so it's something I'm looking forward to now. A week like this, like such a brilliant start to the championship, people from the outside will look at it as being nearly flawless. How much of a week like this is looking at those areas that you guys still know there's areas for improvement with it? Yeah, there's plenty. I think our discipline has been one of the poorest in the competition, so that's definitely an area that we need to clean up on. Line out from the Wales game, we need a few tweaks on that. So there's always going to be little work-ons. That's the beauty of rugby. That's never going to be perfect, but and a good culture within the squad where you can take a fella aside and say, listen, I think you need to work on this, and likewise you're open to them saying the same thing to you. Yeah, if it wasn't, then we wouldn't be where we are now. I think everyone's completely open and honest, and our feedback and the way we talk to each other is crucial. It comes down to the relationships we've built over the years, that we can be honest, we can trust the guy either side of us, but you can be honest in feedback, and you got to be able to accept the feedback as well when it comes. So straight shootout between you and Duhan van der Merwe now for top try scorer. You've become a try scoring machine over the course of this championship. Yeah, most of them just hanging on the back of the lads and flopping over compared to Duhan's, but I'll take them. So hopefully we get a few more in the wall. Listen, it's a team game, but it's nice to have those individual moments. Yeah, definitely. It's why I enjoyed rugby. It's why I was enjoying rugby as a kid, is playing with the ball in my hands, and whether it be in wider channels or getting into the nitty gritty at the mall, it's something I've always enjoyed. So I'm loving playing the way we are playing at the moment, and hopefully it continues. What position did you start out at? I was always a hooker. Okay. Somehow, I don't know. Whoever made that decision I don't know if they're. But is there a frustrated winger in there, or is like Brian O'Driscoll? I don't know if you've seen the clip of Brian talking about your tries. No. Brian was asked on ITV, and he kind of maybe jokingly said he's finally worried that there's someone who's come on the scene that's going to take his try scoring record off him. But you've always been a hooker. There's not a frustrated centre or winger in
No,
there somewhere.
unless someone comes up with a good idea to put me into centre or something. But no, at the moment, hooker is where I am. I'm happy hanging on the back of mauls and flopping over for a few tries.
But that's the challenge of these 6-2 splits as well on the bench. God knows where you could end up someday.
Yeah, I'll be ready for the time when it comes. Whether it be wing, centre, 8, I don't know.
Okay. The Aviva last year, like I know there's a long way to go before a championship decider, but I'd imagine anyone who's involved in any form of silverware and a day as special as that, it increases the hunger to be a part of it again.
Yeah, probably the best day of my career to date was that Grand Slam at home, and I remember looking back and how did we go about winning that? It was game by game, and it was each week completely committed to the game in front of us, and it's no different this week. We're going to have to go over to Twickenham and get a win. It's going to be no different. So something that's obviously we're aiming for, but we're looking to win against England.
But it's very firmly a situation of you play 5 games, you want to win every game, and the end result is a championship and a Grand Slam. Like I'd imagine there's no talk here about defending anything.
No, it's a completely new year, new teams, and we've gone through World Cup cycles, and we've come out and we said this is a new group and we got to kick on and continue the journey of hopefully being successful.
What have you made of England so far?
They've been different. It wasn't all that long ago that they won a bronze medal at the World Cup, so they're a top quality side with top quality individuals, good coaches now, and you're kind of waiting for them to click, and you see it at times where they are implementing their game plan really well. They great kicking game, their new defence system puts teams under massive pressure, so I think they're probably a very dangerous opposition that are waiting to get it right.